We now return to the Dorado prologue. We're going to try this again. This time I'm going to take a little bit of a slower approach if I can. Probably not, because this. Okay. So we're going to try and get a little bit better established this time around. See how well that works out for me. Let's put this out here. That will work for now. And like that. Let's go ahead and build some square around all this. We will hope. We will hope, thank you, that they just going on. That they have space things. They fit nicely when you do this. So, I'm assuming that Chachel will not be doing anything disastrous to me until we attain that. So, right now, I think it is in my best interests just to put out a basic city. Kind of do a repeat last time. Necessarily work out for me. Keep doing it the same way. This will get me started. God, stop that. Okay. We got our 16 people. Let's get started with water carrier. Put it on this side. Gatherer, and I think we can probably afford two. Now, I don't get to have that just yet, so we're not going to put down a warehouse, but we will kind of work towards most of this stuff. Now all I really need is just to get why don't we wait just a little bit? In fact, why don't we go ahead and just build some common housing and build this up. What can we do here? The masonry is also 5. So are they almost all 5 by 5, except for that? Be 4, so I'd have to fit something small in there. Same with that, I think. Yeah. No, elite house. Damn. Well, we could do that. Kind of make a section over here for that. Alright. So, really I'm going to have to pay way more attention to that. we're at level 1 right now. So, let's take a peek here. I've got 1,264 water. Okay. So I'm assuming that means is that it is producing 26. Just had a +5. See, that's confusing to me, because what it should actually say is -5, as in it took 5 out of the storage. Because now it's giving me... So why are some of these -5 and some of these are -2? Most of them appear to be -2. Oh, these are the resource build. They look the same. Okay, so these are producing the +5s together, which means +10 overall. So how are we getting +26 out of this? This confuses the fuck out of me. Now we're up to 46. I don't get this. I don't get how this works. We've got 12, which means should be looking at a -24, but I don't know how it's determining that I'm making 46, unless it's looking at 46 of these. I have 46 spots available to me, but then why does it go to, you know, this needs work. Like, of anything in a city builder game, your statistics are probably the most important. Just so you can actually see your income and your expenses and know what the hell you're doing. This doesn't make any damn sense to me. But it looks like we're still in the positive, so I guess 2... what I should have done, though, was just do it off of 1, so I could get a feel for how many 1 could hold. Puts an output of 20 of 100, but how do you determine that? See, that's only based upon that, so it can, at a maximum, do 100, but how does it get to 100? They've done a very terrible job with this. But I guess as long as this is in the green, I'll just assume I have enough. Unless, I mean, I don't know. You would think that, you know, when it was hanging out at 26, if you took into account a fruit of -2, that means 1 of those could handle 13 buildings, right? But fuck knows if that's even true. It's just so weird. And none of this adds up. This needs to be much, much better in what it displays and the information that it's telling you. Because it just doesn't make any sense. I don't know where the 21 or the 46 are coming from, because that doesn't make sense, right? Like, 21 times 2 is not 46. So where is the extra coming from? Whatever. Anyway. So what did I need? Damn it. I probably should have kept a track of that a little bit better. Yeah, that wouldn't fit. I was going to try and stick a few more things in here. I needed 22 to hit my max. Well, what? At 20, it was 420. So I needed 21. We'll put in 22 anyway. We have 12 right here. I could just make another batch. Why not? Once again, my roads don't add up. Have a little fun with that, I guess. Yeah, we'll just get all the people we need ahead of time, now that we know the score. Well, I mean, we don't really know the score because it's fudging the numbers, but whatever. And then... So I can at least put 2 and 2 to here. But I'm wondering if maybe I shouldn't save them for the other stuff that I will need eventually. Like I could put a farm there. Screw it, we'll just make a mirror. Please don't tell me I put that down by 1. Okay, good. Okay, well they're gonna have a little bit of space in there, and that's gonna annoy some people, or whatever. So, now, we need the elite, at least 1, so that we can then build an observatory. And I have not been paying attention. Very bad boy. I have not been paying attention to my resources. So it is possible I'm going to outconsume what I have right now. This is another thing, too. What does this radius actually do? Is it the elite people nearby? Is that what this is determined? Possibly. You know what? In that case, I'll put the observatory here, and then we're going to come in and we're going to grab this water carrier, and we're going to move it right there, and we're going to get rid of that one. It's interesting how deleting gives you experience. Unless we were at level 4 and I wasn't paying attention to that. Okay. Well, this is actually a useful thing. But we're eventually going to need that. Eventually that. And we're going to need red dye. So those are probably my 5 hard ones for this episode here. Are we good to go? We look to be good to go. Okay. I've got 224 people sitting over here. We should probably go ahead and use them immediately to start working on the rest of this stuff that I will eventually need. Now, wasn't there a third resource over here? Ah, yes. I could have sworn there was yet another one. Not. Okay, we'll put it right here. Get started collecting hematite. There was another one over here as well. Probably want to start collecting that. Any other? Just the hematite. Okay. Well, that's fine too, I suppose. Man, just even a plus minus, just mousing over, be so much more useful to me. Just mouse over what it is, what it's giving me, what it's worth. Because I don't think that unemployment's a thing here. I don't think we're going to get unrest. Okay, so now we're having a negative 20 in the water supply. Well, what the fuck does that mean? Just negative usage? For this particular cenote? I'll tell you what. Well, we don't have... I don't have a warehouse yet, so I can't expand out here. I was going to have another one go. See, now we're at negative 5. Okay. I am going to assume that despite the fact that we've got this many, we are going to need many more. Just based upon past performance. Now, doing this here We're gonna drain this pretty quickly, but not quickly enough, I don't think. We can probably put one here. Let's just get more water carriers. Yeah, I mean, it looks like we're going up, but then again, we never seem to be going anywhere. So let's see this. Yeah, we're not actually going up. Slowly but surely I am going down, so... What can we surmise from all of this? Get my wood now. Okay. Oh. See, it doesn't look like there's any gathering out here. There's a little bit of gathering, which is unfortunately going to get wiped away. There's actually a lot of gathering in some of these places. So we're just going to have to assume some of them will die. We will lose some. Now, where am I at here for building material? Oh, we've got plenty of wood. Still, it's just... Okay, yeah, look at this. Look how deeply we're cutting into our water here. No longer in the 16s, we're now in the 13s. That's pretty inexcusable. So we'll see what a 6-to-1 does. Still has negative 25. Again, I just... I feel like we are actually seeing a problem here. More in the pathing and distribution than we are anything else. They're just absolutely crowded around this. I wonder if you can only effectively... because it looks like only one guy is moving around. Can you only effectively harvest one at a time? I think I'm probably screwing myself here. What we're gonna do... those fit nicely there, so I'm gonna get rid of those. Instead, I'm gonna put some over here. Hopefully they will go out here to the cenote. They do not appear to be going out that way, though. Much to my vexation. Why is that one having so many damn problems? Just that one. Oh, I mean, we are just absolutely out of everything here. Okay, we're gonna try this again. This time we're going to go slow and just do one. This whole thing right now is an exploration in ratios. I want to see what can sustain what. Because the provided statistics are not useful. Or at the very least, they're not obvious. Okay. Right now, that just gives me one apiece. And I'm going to need 4 to go get water. I'll put 2 right there. No, we won't put the 1. Okay, so I'm seeing 4 carriers there and 1 slave, I'm assuming, who is the carrier between the warehouse and, in this case, the palace and the place business. So 4. I wish I could click on the slaves when they're not on a road. 4 gatherers are the 4 people. Alright. Well, what does that bring in? I guess we also have a storage of fruit. So we should be gathering immediately as well. Providing the basic needs for everything here. Gatherer's hut. Takes 4 people. Okay. So plus 29. How the fuck do we determine that? I mean, that doesn't even break down nicely. How do you determine that 4 brings in 29? Bringing in 14. Which again is a quandary I don't know how to explain. Plus 4, okay. Because 4 people, right? But it doesn't. And again, it's not even based on that. Okay, so 29-ish, or 4 for food. Now 19. Okay. So, minus 6, we're looking at 25. Which would make sense, except it says water plus 10. Which doesn't make any sense. So, without that, we're getting 15 from somewhere? And I don't know why now it's negative 10 for the water. God, these don't make any fucking sense. It's 24 when 10 of it's not going into the water carrier. Minus 6 would be 30, I guess. But where do you get 30 from? I mean... I guess it's just going to be me futzing around with this until it goes negative, and then I will at least have an idea. But let's see, we need 8 people here, right? Does not seem to have... Okay, well that one did. So it would be 30, I guess. I guess that's how we can look at it. But that, if that's the case, if one water hut can provide 30, and a hut only takes 2. See, it goes 30, but then when it fills the water takes 5. Because then it caps off at 25. But then this was also positive sometimes, which took it down even further. So that doesn't make any goddamn sense to me. But anyway, as I was saying, if it makes 30 at a base, then it could handle 15 huts. And we had like 6. So that would have been 90 huts, and I definitely did not have that many huts, and we were deeply in the negative. Well, now it's bounded up to 40. This doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense. It's like the number one thing that developers need to be working on. And now, why only 2 when I've got 3? Are we actually making stuff though? Like, I guess we can look at it that way, that yes, we are at least making something. So we'll just keep adding houses until I'm no longer making something. That's annoying. That could fit nicely there. Instead, it's not going to. But I guess with the road, we can add a line of 4s back there. What are the elite housing? 8? Okay. Make this work, I guess, somehow. Okay, so we're at plus 12. So obviously it took the 5 for the construction of the house. Cost, okay. So I mean, like, this is showing me like their one-time deal, right? Like, it cost me the 5, so it said, hey, you just used 5. Now you're not using it, so it's fine. So this is still positives, correct, but it's not showing me anything that makes sense as to why it is that much. I'm not bringing enough food in, but now we are. See, I guess, you know, you look at what they're bringing in per individual. This guy keeps bringing in food, and this isn't updating, so I don't know what the fuck that means. Is it every day? Does this change? Okay, it changed. So every day this is showing me the daily changes in what I'm doing here. Maybe. Yes, okay. So that's all it shows you. It's not actually showing you usage trend. It's just showing that your people are bringing in a little bit more than is being used, I guess. So I'm going to assume that one of each will be enough to hold 6. Again, though, this is not what we saw when I spammed 6 of the huts here. 1-to-6 ratio wasn't keeping me going forward. But, see, now we're down in food, so the food and the water, despite the fact that they are on the same level of need, do not actually provide the same amount. That is actually pretty vexing. I hate that. I hate that a lot. But anyway, if we're going to go in preparation for a new layer, I guess we need to go add 1 more of each. Okay, now we're seeing a good bump in the water, which we should, because this is showing your influx per day. So now with 2, it should be doubling how much it's bringing in, but it doesn't show you usage. That is what we need to see here, is usage. I need to see my overall net gains, not what I'm bringing in per day. I don't understand how you get that wrong. Like, this game has taken obvious inspiration from so many other games, and I know they've all got those statistics in them that show you your positives and your negatives and your overall net. Like, why did you do it this way? Alright, well anyway, we got enough people for now, so let's go work on our shit and get that going, I guess. I need the minerals coming up. Well, yes, I mean I will. I will need them because these guys require hematite and as well as limestone. So let's grab just a road here. Kind of put that down there. Now, knowing I'm going to make another housing block. Line with that. Right about there. And for this, for miners to work. It's gotta be... I guess we'll be covering up some of these. Just so I can get over to the other clay pit. Well, we don't need clay, though. So it's actually kind of a waste to even put it there. Because then they'll just use their attention to go get more resources that we don't actually need. So put that there. And we'll start bringing in some resources. Yeah, okay. Don't need to worry too much about that yet. But I could extend a road out and start having it chop down forest. I really hate that the trees don't seem to grow back. Or that there's really no way to do that? To grow new trees or anything? Okay. Well, so now we kind of have an idea here what that's bringing in. Let's see what an elite house brings in. As far as their usage requirements for that. Still water too. Well, at this level anyway. Got some shrines here. Those are 2x2 spots. That'll work out. Double covers that way too. I guess I may as well go ahead and put down the observatory. Just get them to begin working on it. Is that going to be too far maybe? Outside my radius? I guess we'll find out. It does look like it's getting people though. I'm only getting 11 of this. Now we're getting negative foods. So I guess we need more food. That's my takeaway. I just don't see how we're doing so badly. I add one more house at the same -2 as the others, and it's gone down tremendously in how much water we're bringing in. It makes no fucking sense to me. Even the water... the food, rather. Now we're bringing in a good chunk there. See, I don't dare put down any more houses just because this and an elite is now consuming more than I'm bringing in on average. Going through so much of it. And I think that there is a little problem here, what we're seeing, where they do just kind of, if you have too many hitting the cenote at the same time, they're getting stuck on it. Okay. Well, I'm not quite ready to begin with the temple. God damn it, go away! To begin with the temples and stuff, because You know, that's gonna start the countdown, and then we're gonna get attacked. I think I need to have at least a few more elite houses out here. Fuck. Jesus. Access to farms right now. Alright, well, let's get this started. Started at 42 minutes in. Slow this the fuck down. Build a warehouse to expand the range. Get closer to the walker tree. Right. Forgot that was kind of our initial setup here. So here's where we needed the dye, the maize. Okay. Thank you. Fuck, what is with this game? It's not recognizing my clicks. So I do have a big, large area here. I would just use it for farming right now. What do you mean there's no... What do you mean there's no road? Are you kidding me? What the fuck does this mean? There's no road connecting this. Is it is the door... I mean, that doesn't matter most of the time. Right. Now, we need maze. Looks like we're finally ready for more people. I don't know about that, though. But with this... that'll disappear soon. But I imagine the 30... What the hell are we using clay for? Oh, it's coming out of there anyhow. I don't know why, though. I mean, it's implying that it's extracting it, but at minus 30, is that how we're working that? And then this hematite is... whatever. Now, I mean, I think there is a large difference. Is that actually the thing? Then why doesn't this show it? Like, this is showing that it turns 5 maize into 2 waj. This is showing me that this creates 13 maize. Unless I'm completely misunderstanding how that is showing that to me. The bottom line is we can make more bakeries. I'm going to put this here so I can put a little shrine kind of in the vicinity of something later. Unless I want to maybe do that there and then have road. I don't know, that's going to be a mess. Oh, is it kind of it? You're rapidly going through that hematite. I still need more maize. Why doesn't maize show up as anything? You would think it'd show up under plant-based. I'm not gonna lie, I actually regret doing this series right now. This game is clearly not ready. Even in the prologue, just the demo of it is not where this game should be. Well, I don't appear to be bringing in more maize, so, like, is it a one-to-one thing, then? Because, once again, it's not telling you what you need to know. can't for the life of me see where my count is. I guess I'll put another field in because I can. Yeah, and then we can put a shrine right there. Perfect. Gonna have to look at adding people here soon. Which I guess we can because of that. Gotta keep an eye on my there too. Alright, well let's add at least one more house in here. Or how about we add it up here? Is kind of where I was leaving that open for. Not seeing any maize go up. +6. So now we're getting +52 water. I mean, Jesus, this doesn't make any sense. I have no storage in maize. It is immediately going to bread. Thankfully, she's only taken it out on that one farm, so... Alright, well, since we're not using the Waj right now... Oh, wait, I don't have to destroy it, I can just pause it. I should have enough Waj in the bin. Maybe. No, because these guys are eating it. So we have to be producing some. So they are making 13 apiece. That is literally what they're making. It would be really nice if we saw that on these basic goods here as well. Why would they not do that? This doesn't really tell you how many astronomy points this is making either, which is 10. Or 1, I guess. It's only making 1 by the look of it then. But anyway, we are now at least making... So, are we looking at like a 3-to-1 ratio then? Because with 2 of them, we weren't making anything. It was disappearing rapidly. Making a surplus of 10 here. Right, alright, Chow, Christ. Can we actually get this for fuck's sake? You know what, I'm gonna do an emergency. Thank you. Now what? Now we have to protect our city by placing Churchill shrines, and then survive her ire. Oh, that was a little bit of a bigger area than I thought. Well, so if I do maybe one up here... so that those ones are protected. One over here, that'll protect those ones. And another one down here, specifically for these. Is that warehouse count that's way out there? It might. Okay, where was the thing? See, protection from Cho. It's only 10% protected. You know, me putting it out here means that we're not getting full house in this. We're still going to be missing out on a farm. Kind of like it if maybe I could map somewhere, not waste the space, but fuck it. Here it goes then. So the only person who is not protected is this thing. The only building, I should say. Oh, right. We need... Okay, well, at the very least we need just the cotton. Just the cotton. Although we're 2 over if we take a little bit more. Put a shrine out there just in case. Screw it. Fine. God damn it. There. Now it only requires cotton. Okay. Turn one of these back on just to see. These shrines to be taking. Doesn't actually tell me how much it takes though. 2 apiece, I guess, but why isn't it giving me a mouse over on these guys? So 2 apiece, that's 8, and this supposedly makes 13, so theoretically we ought to be moving forward. 1 unit is taking 23. I guess you gotta look at the time, right? The time based upon when it actually is producing 13 to this. This is where I would love to have an Anno-style breakdown. Telling me how many to how many. Two fields for 1 bakery is how the Anno does it. Clearly it's different here. Now we're having food problems? I don't understand that because we don't have anybody new. But I guess we'll take care of it. Guess they're in there. It's backwards, but whatever. Oh, the hematite's gone. So what's our dye situation? We are out, completely out of hematite. It has been turned into red dye, and red dye is being used. Not yet, it isn't, no. Okay. Well, that sucks, because now we do have to go out here, but now we can go out here, because now I've got the warehousing. Alright. Well, this has gone on long enough. At least we seem to be stable. And I've already got all the people at, well, not the elite houses, I don't. And because they have a very ambiguous consumption rate, I don't know how many I'm going to need of that. Just assume I will need 1 billion of everything, I think, is the safe bet. We'll just build more than I possibly need, but we're gonna run out of that hematite, and I know I need that dye. I know I need the hematite for something, to build Chakchel's temple? Was it? Something like that. So I better start a stockpile. Anyway, I'm gonna end this one here. We'll break this mission into two, and I will see you next time.